I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for InvestmentPitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Oliver Xie, the project lead of InsurAce. Oliver, welcome to the show, and thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
Thanks, Ashton. Thanks for having me today. It's really been a pleasure to be on your program. Hello, everyone.
Great, Oliver. Likewise, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to dive into the world of blockchain and insurance in DeFi. I think it's especially important, and a lot of people don't fully understand why it's needed and how important it really is in this wild west of crypto right now. So I would love for you to kick it off for us with an overview of InsurAce and some of the solutions that your team is bringing to the space, and then we can dive into the details.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I think you just use a very good word, that the wild west, of the crypto space. Yeah, I think it is a truth that the crypto space is very wild currently, especially in terms of the security. So I think you probably have seen, various kind of hacking events, news here and there. This protocol got hacked, that protocol got hacked. So I think overall, what we do is to use insurance service and products to make this DeFi or crypto a safer place. Yeah. So for insurance protocol, where I DeFi insurance protocol and targeting to provide reliable, robust, and secure DeFi insurance services to the DeFi users, and at the same time provide sustainable investment return to our users as well. So we started this project from September last year and closed our seed round with back from Defiance and Perfect Capital, Hashed, and Huobi, and a few other renowned investors. And we launched our token in March this year and launched the Ethereum mainnet in the second half of April. So up to now, we have launched the Ethereum mainnet for around 3 months, and we also launched the BSC in late June. So overall, we have covered around 30 million of total DeFi assets for over 50 of different DeFi protocols on 8 different chains. So we are a multi-chain, DeFi insurance protocol right now. With our products and services, I think we can safeguard the DeFi assets and overall make DeFi a safer place for everyone.
Definitely, and that's great to hear, Oliver, about all of the projects and 8 different chains as well already. And it's great to just hear that the DeFi space is growing that quickly as well. And that's why I think that insurance is needed in DeFi, because it is growing so quickly and it is the Wild West. And there's not always the safeguards just from the team itself and the smart contract, and there's other potential areas where things can go wrong. And you talked about that you're deploying a variety of products and services into the space to help secure assets, protect investors, and protect the teams. Maybe you can dive a little bit deeper into the products, how specifically, maybe give an example of how some of your main products work and are helping protect investors that are investing into DeFi products.
Yeah, sure. So currently we are providing 3 types of insurance products. One is a smart contract risk, and second one is covering the centralized exchange risk, and the third one is about the ideal event risk. So of course, the smart contract risk insurance is a major product we're providing right now. So it works something like this. Let's say, Ashton, you are a DeFi user and you're doing farming on different DeFi protocols, and somehow you're kind of not so confident, or you're kind of afraid that you got hacked when you put money into some of the DeFi protocols. Then again, you can come to us and buy a coverage for your DeFi protocol or your DeFi asset in those protocols. And once your asset in those protocols got hacked, you can come to us, request for claim. So we'll kind of give you this type of compensation when you suffer from a loss. So that's how it basically works. And let me give you another example, is that if what I just mentioned is about, let's say, Ashton, you're a DeFi user. Another example is that, let's say, Ashton, you're running a DeFi project. You're one of the project team, right? You're also afraid that I'm launching a DeFi project, but at the same time, I'm afraid that my project got hacked, and then my tokens, my assets, my users will just be ruined. Everyone will suffer. So you can come to us and work together, and we provide type of coverage for your project. I think that's another type of support we can provide as well. So basically, we can provide the DeFi insurance products to DeFi users and project teams as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great to hear that you're protecting on both sides, both the project and the investors, because it's not just the investors that can get the short end of the stick. Sometimes you deploy a smart contract and as they say, you don't really know how secure your contract is until it gets hacked with the code being open source and it's sitting there. And sometimes the team doesn't notice a bug in the contract, and some black hat hackers come along and find a bug in the code. So that's great to know. And you mentioned that you're already working with a lot of different protocols. I think that's really great. And it is definitely needed in the space right now. And I know that there's some other insurance, there's a huge market for insurance in DeFi. So there are other platforms that are coming and trying to provide solutions in the market. Do you see a specific unique identifier or competitive advantage for InsurAce in the DeFi insurance space as opposed to other regular insurance protocols? And why are all of these projects choosing InsurAce for their insurance service?
Yeah, sure. I think you're right. I think insurance product, it works in a way, we call it like rainy shoes. You will never think of it when it's sunshine outside, right? However, when it rains, you will miss, where's my my umbrella or my rain shoes, right? So that's pretty much how insurance works. We provide kind of precaution measures to your safety. So compared to other DeFi protocols out there in the market, I believe you have heard a few names there, like Nexus Mutual, like Cover. So basically, what we do is kind of different. Firstly, what we can provide uniquely is called a portfolio-based coverage. So let's say, Ashton, you are doing farming on 5 or 6 different DeFi protocols. If you want to buy insurance for those different protocols, one of the ways you can do is you buy them one by one on Nexus Mutual or on InsurAce. You can definitely buy them one by one. However, another model we can provide uniquely is you can buy this together as a portfolio, which can help you save the premium, save your gas fee, and save your time. Especially let's move back to April and May when the East gas fee was crazy, right? We can really save a lot of gas because you are doing multiple protection just in one transaction, and also the premium can be saved a lot. And actually, just yesterday I did a long post on my Twitter, discussing about this portfolio-based coverage again, which a user bought a portfolio-based coverage for MakerDAO, for YFI, and also for SushiSwap, and he actually saves more than 16% compared to buy them one by one on Nexus Mutual. So of course, definitely we respect Nexus Mutual, but this is definitely something that InsurAce is offering very uniquely. Okay, so this is the first one. I think the second one is that our pricing strategy is different. So let's say for some of the other DeFi insurance protocols, their pricing is mostly based on staking, in a way that the more staking it comes into a protocol, the lower the premium is. However, that actually creates some issues, especially when for those new DeFi protocols, right? People may be kind of afraid of the risk and they would not stake into that protocol. So that creates an issue that the pricing is very high. However, it is actually just these new protocols that need the insurance most. However, for us, we are doing the pricing in a different way. We're based on risk assessment. So we will, provide a questionnaire with over 40 different questions to the project teams, asking them to provide this information. And after that, we will run a risk assessment to decide on the premium level. And in this way, we can have a more accurate and reasonable, assessment on the protocol and give a premium level. So the kind of, pricing is also different. Of course, we have quite a few other different, designs that we have an investment arm, which is going to provide higher returns because, all these funds that you stake into InsurAce, they can be, used for investment and generate, investment returns again, which is a classic design, even in the traditional insurance sector as well, right? Just like what Warren Buffett is doing, right? On the one hand, they're providing insurance services, and on the right hand, they're doing investment. But again, this will work together to provide, security and as well as investment returns to the users as well. Yeah. So pretty much there are quite a few differences in terms of product design, but I think these are some of the major ones. Yeah.
Definitely. And I think those are great complementary services to provide. So I'm really interested to see how that continues to grow, Oliver, and sort of basing that off of Berkshire Hathaway's motto there. And you mentioned a couple other great points there about the staking and also just about saving the gas fees, which, at some point can be hundreds of dollars per transaction, which it adds up a lot. So I'm glad that your team has thought of that as well. And thinking around that and around the staking as well, I know that there is the INSUR token that's also involved in the ecosystem, and I'm guessing it has to play a role with these competitive advantages as well. And I would love for you to just elaborate on how exactly it does play a role and what are the main functionalities of the INSUR token within InsurAce.
Yeah, sure. So basically, INSUR token, of course, it's not any other DeFi token. It's a governance token as a first. Mm-hmm. So governance token, you can use it for voting. You can use it for community governance. That's the first one. I think instead of discussing about the utilities or use cases, I think we're more of focusing on the value creations and value capture for the INSUR tokens. So for us as an insurance platform, we have a multitude of sources to generate income. Like we can earn the premium, or every cover we sell, we can get some premium. And currently we have earned over 130K of premium in just past 2 to 3 months. And like the investment returns and also some of the other fees, like we have built an cross-chain bridge where we can charge some of the cross-chain bridge transferring fees. And also, like we have when people add stake, they may be charged a very little amount of fees. So in a way that we can generate all these different sources of income, and the token will be used for a way to distribute all those fees or income generated on the platform back to the token holders. So I think it's a governance token, and it can we are planning to add it to, we can use it to buy insurance, to use it to buy investment products, but that's just some utilities. But I think the most important it has is value creation and value capture that these tokens can stand for, and claim to the fees and revenue generated on the platform. I think that will create some sustainable values to the token holders.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, and thank you for that explanation, Oliver. And you mentioned there that you're planning on integrating a few more features as you continue to grow out the platform. You're already working with a lot of teams, but I'm curious on, as you continue to expand, what are some of the major milestones on your team's roadmap to deliver out new products and updates for, say, the rest of 2021?
Yeah, sure. I think so far we are pretty much aligned with our existing roadmap. And currently, we are working on a few new, exciting development there. First one is about API. So I think currently there's that problem that, the DeFi service is good, but it's just, too far away from the end users, right? Let's say, Ashton, you do the farm first, then you will start to think, hey, maybe I can get an insurance. Then you will start to think about Nexus Mutual, start to think about InsurAce, then you get to us, buy insurance, right? There is still a distance between your farm and you buy insurance, right? So in a way, we are currently developing an API that we can integrate just into the business process of other DeFi protocols. So that, let's say, when you are doing farming, then there will be an option that for you, if you want to get insured, you can just tick the box and boom, you get insured. So that API will be used to be seamlessly integrated with other DeFi protocols. So it will help us to expand our sales network and also provide better user experience as well. So the API development, I think it will come out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And the second one is about multi-chain expansion. So I think everybody is talking about multi-chain, right? And currently we have been deployed to Ethereum mainline and also BSC. Actually, we have prepared everything ready to deploy on Polygon. So I think that will come up in the next 1 or 2 weeks as well. And also we have developed to Heiko, the Huobi ecosystem chain, and the preparations are almost ready out there. But because of the recent, recognitions in China, so there were kind of recognition uncertainties there. So we put back a little bit there. And also we built the in-house, cross-chain bridge. Of course, there are, a number of different cross-chain bridge projects out there where people can just use it for cross-chain, token bridge, right? However, we built our in-house one as well, which is, I think, more secure. I think you probably have seen the hacking event to ChainSwap, the change. Yeah, I think it's ChainSwap. Back to a few days ago, I think it's last week, right? So the cross-chain bridge has some security issues there as well. But for us, we built an in-house one. So that will help us a lot in our multi-chain expansion. And also we are looking at Solana as well. I think we are very close to get a Solana grant as well. So overall, I think multi-chain expansion is another big strategy for us to go as well. Yeah. I think then the third one is about we'll continue to, upgrade our token economy and create more values, but more importantly, accrue back those values to the token holders and users as well. Yeah. So I think these are pretty much some of the major directions we're going to develop. Oh, I think I forgot to mention one is about the institutional insurance. I think recently, let's say you have seen Aave Compound are starting to target at the institution customers, right? I think for those institutions who come into DeFi, they can work on, they can do lending and borrowing on Compound Aave. But at the same time, I think insurance is another indispensable part as well, because for the institutions, they may take security more at a higher level, right? So if insurance can just follow up and provide them for some insurance products and services, I think that will be a very good market fit. So API to expand, sales network and multi-chain expansion, and also institution grade of insurance, and also upgrade our token economy. So I think these are pretty much some of the milestones to be implemented very soon. Yeah.
Definitely all sound like very promising updates, Oliver. I will be excited to watch those roll out in the coming weeks with some of them, as you mentioned. And for the viewers that are looking to follow along with those updates, learn more about InsurAce, try out the insurance on these DeFi protocols, what is the best way for them to get involved?
I think you mean how we can get involved in DeFi insurance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now it's pretty much easy. Is that I think there's a slight difference here. Is that insurance is more of an, I would say, risk management role, right? So when you come into DeFi, you probably come to lending and borrowing or DEX, You do some trading, you do some lending and borrowing, you do some farming first, and then you will think about, insurance, right? So I think that's why insurance is kind of, not so explosive, at the first stage of DeFi, but I think it has a long-term potential there, right? So I think for users, after you dive deep into DeFi, I think eventually you will start to think about how I can not just make money, but I can make money securely, right? So then you will think about us, right? All the other, DeFi insurance protocols out there. Yeah. So basically for the DeFi users, after you say you have worked on other DeFi protocols, then if you are worried about if you can sleep tight during the night with your DeFi bags, just come to us. Yeah, use our service. Yeah.
Sounds great, Oliver. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you bringing more awareness around insurance and InsurAce to these DeFi protocols, because I think it is a really great thing. I will leave the InsurAce website and the social links in the description box below as well for the viewers to get involved in the communities and to see the website. All the best with these updates that your team is rolling out in the coming weeks, and let's follow up in the near future.
Yeah, sure. I think our website is insurace.io. So just come to our website and take a look. Yeah, and Ashton, thanks for hosting me today. It's really been a pleasure to be on our program, and hope more and more people, will come to DeFi, and especially come to DeFi in a secure way.